Here we go again. It's pretty good fun. Or it's becoming more fun. Yeah, one of my gripes was didn't have enough time to just drive around, learn the city or stuff like that. But turns out when you complete a desk, like patrol, the first sort of group, not that one, but when you complete traffic desk, you get Streets of LA free roam. And as you can probably read in the corner, that enables you to free roam, surprisingly. Collecting film reels and responding to incidents broadcast via police dispatch, unless you're not in a police car, in which case you blunder into them. See hidden vehicles video that I will unleash very soon. Anyway, so yes, you can do that, but we've been promoted, or Cole Phelps has been promoted to Homicide. So we're about to jump in, find out what the score is. Let's go. The red lipstick murderer. I'm happy you could at the start instead of halfway through.
All right, gentlemen, take your seats. Let's get this over before lunch. Floyd Rose of the Homicide Squad has decided to take early retirement.
Floyd
We will all miss
Rose.
Floyd and the steely edge he brought to his police work.
Steely edge around his
The
mouth.
department has arranged a wee drink at the Galway Arms to quench the mighty thirst a man gets from 25 years of police work. Floyd's departure leaves a place at the top table, and the chief has seen fit to promote Cole Phelps from burglary to the homicide desk. Stand up, Phelps. Take a chair. You're in the major leagues now, Sonny. Rusty Galloway, a fine lawman of the old school, will be taking you under his wing. Your first case is the murder of a woman, found last night and bearing all the signs of the werewolf. Get out to the scene, lads.
Okay, investigate the Moors crime scene. The suspect, no, the victim.
Do you have the address?
It's been all over KGPL. It's off Temple Street, between Belmont and Glendale.
Yeah, well, I don't know where that is.
Solving all the
I'd rather you took the wheel.
Of course, of course. Well, you're going to regret that. Where are we going? Straight up, okay.
What happened to Rose?
Parker wants the chief's job. Word is it's either going to be him or Thad Green. So they're both clearing the decks.
So where does that leave you, Galloway?
Leaves me saddled with a chump like you, Phelps. I didn't ask for you and I don't want you, so keep it to yourself. See if you can learn something about seeing how a real cop operates.
What did he mean by the word?
Give me a break!
Oh, shut up. Go on, what did he mean?
Dahlia. The Daily News came out calling him the werewolf killer. The Examiner came up with the Black Dahlia.
We any closer to catching him?
Not a chance. 6 months and hundreds of guys running down leads and we got nothing.
You don't think this has anything to do with it?
No, I don't. 90% of murders are domestic, Phelps. Some guy gets into a beef with his wife, he takes it too far. This will be the same. But cutting someone in half and leaving them off the sidewalk, that's a one-off.
Why so many women this year?
Because of the war. You should know that. Guy gets to kill people every day in combat. Comes home, he's expected to take lip from his wife. What do you think's gonna happen?
Yeah.
It's that simple.
Like I said, most of the time it is.
Am I there yet?
Crime scene is just up a dirt road, detective.
Okie doke. Just drive up there, cool.
How about a scoop for the Examiner, Galloway? You could use some good press.
Another tramp, another message. Is the werewolf back in business, boys?
Do you have a mother, asshole? A sister? How about showing some respect for this poor woman? Let us do our job, and Detective Galloway will give you a statement later.
He's good, Rusty. He even sounds genuine.
That's Phelps, guys. The war hero. Defending the honor of murdered humps.
Get used to it, Phelps. Moving along, guys. You got your pictures, you got your headlines. Now scram.
Oh my god, good grief.
Trollman, this your beat?
Oh,
Yes, sir. Well, part of it. Kids park here, they use it like a lover's lane. It's a working neighborhood. Some trouble, but nothing like this. It's known locally as the Moors.
You were first on the scene?
Yes, detective.
No one's disturbed the body.
No, sir. We cleared out them vulture reporters so Pinker and the coroner could work. They're waiting to talk to you.
Go house to house and see what you come up with.
yep, off you go. Well, might as well get it over with, I suppose. Perhaps she had pants on. I think maybe she's got pants on.
Carruthers.
Phelps, you make Homicide?
Looks like it. Galloway has been making me feel welcome.
I bet he has.
Has the scene been secured?
Patrolman Houlihan saw to it. The victim's personal effects are still where they fell.
Know what? Look in the bag.
The victim's bag?
Press X to further investigate. Look.
Looks brand new. Can't be the one used on the body.
I've not really looked at the body, have I? Am I supposed to have looked at the body? Do I have to look at the body? Nothing to see. No, he's going to say anything? No. No, okay, no. Oh, right, there's a little board, right, that's A. Okay, where's the body? Do I not look at her? No, I'm not looking at her. C.
What can you tell me about the shoe prints?
Men's size 8s. Pinker lifted impressions for me to compare back at the lab.
Oh, this one Pinkett. That's C. A. There's B.
Looks like some kind of puzzle or parlor game.
Use left stick to select between rings. To rotate. Oh, what's it said? Oh, the bottom one's set. Okay. Wrong way here, I think. Oh no, that's Australian, yeah. Yeah. Oh, X, isn't it? That's right, isn't it? Oh no, no. Oh. Obviously. But what an idiot. Got all that details on the wrong side. That's it, surely. There we go.
The Bomba Club. Why steal a table lighter?
Blinking big lighter, isn't it? Cool. Property of the Bamba Club. 626.
Doesn't tell me anything. No good to me.
What is that?
Don't think this is anything.
Well, the music's still going. I'm supposed to have looked at something else. Can't see anything. Just going to check the body. So we're allowed to examine the body.
Has the scene been secured?
Patrolman Houlihan saw to it. The victim's personal effects are still where they fell.
Cause of
Oh, right.
death?
Oh,
Could be
idiot.
the head injuries. She has been badly stomped. The cuts look superficial. I'll know for sure in an hour.
Oh, blimey. Well, might as well start with the features. Oof.
What caused the blunt force injury to the face?
Could be anything from a baseball bat to a lug wrench. I'll have more details after the autopsy.
Nothing on the arm. Tap tap. Let's do the sound first. Oh, feature.
What about this wound on the finger?
Something removed. A ring, most likely. I assume it was taken post-mortem.
Yeah, isn't that what assassins do? They take your wedding ring, show it was an assassination or something. Fuck
Interesting.
you, BDTE. Fuck you, Black Dahlia. Maybe? Says BD, Black Dahlia. TE, no idea. Do I examine the boob? It looks like no.
What's the writing on the victim mean?
BD, Black Dahlia, Tex. Your guess is as good as mine. Could be something to it, or it could be the killer's trying to throw you off the scent. Either way, I'll run tests on the lipstick.
Any idea of the time of death?
From the temperature, I'd say after midnight. I'll confirm with you later.
Can we get to the Bomba? A man could die of thirst on a case like this.
Look it out, let's do it. I think we've got everything. I think the music stopped. Has he gone? Oh right, yeah, he's gone, so. Yeah, well, the music has stopped, so I assume we've got everything. The Bamba Club. Frequented by murder victim. This way. I don't know, probably not this way, but.
Whoa there!
The werewolf?
For my money, copycat.
We can't rule it out. We need to work the evidence.
You'd love that, wouldn't you? The big head to hang on your wall. The caller of the decade. You've been working evidence on BD case for 6 months and got nicks.
There's a difference, Rusty.
Oh, yeah?
I just started working it today.
Okay, Hotshot. What's more likely? The werewolf comes back around, leaving us unknown in a corpse?
He clearly has a thing for power. Power over women. Why not power over the police department as well?
Finish, Phelps. A guy opens his mouth again after 6 months of stewing. Or some opportunist who's been reading about the BD figures, he'll rip off the MO and get himself a freebie.
That's not totally fantastical.
You know, the Examiner and the Daily News might be good at coming up with monikers, but they're terrible for police work. There's a reason we didn't get the son of a bitch after the short murder. It was them, locusts.
Where do you think the werewolf killer is now?
Dead by his own hand, stationed somewhere else with the armed forces. San Quentin, another town, another country, who knows? So, Phelps, I understand you want to turn this into a big case, but it doesn't work like that, all right? A case will come and find you. Can't make it something it ain't, understand?
So you don't think the werewolf has continued to operate in the Los Angeles area?
No chance. I would have found him.
I could do turning the engine sound up, I think. It's a bit on the quieter side. Uh-oh. Nearly there. Handbrake. Just the place. I think this is the place. For me.
Gentlemen, what can I get you?
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. Were you working here last night?
Yes. How can I help, officer?
You can start with your name.
Garrett Mason.
You're the regular bartender on nights?
I'm a temporary barman. I work for an agency. I fill in at bars across town.
Do you remember a woman who came in here last night? 5'7", about 110 pounds, blonde hair, about 40 years of age.
You mean Celine Henry?
Yes. Do you know anything about her?
I don't. But the owner, Mr. McCall, serves her most nights. Would you like to speak to him?
I would.
He sits at the back of the club. Wears a hibiscus. You can't miss him. Is there anything else?
Fire away, Phelps. I'll stay here. I'm a little parched. Pour me 3 fingers of rye.
Right. So how did you actually become a policeman? Wearing a hibiscus. Well, I'm not going to have to look for the hibiscus. I mean, it's going to be like really obvious. There it
Hey,
is.
honey, what time do you get off waiting tables?
Detective Phelps, LAPD. We're investigating the murder of Celine Henry. Do you know her?
Celine? Christ. Sure I know her. She and I and Jacob, her husband, we go way back.
She was here last night?
Sure, she's a regular. Celine was a lovely woman.
Suspect scene of evicted.
Was Mrs. Henry here with anyone last night?
Not at first. Celine already had quite a head start.
But she attracted attention?
Certainly. A few gentlemen became very enamored with her and her stories. One guy in particular.
Well, there's no point using intuition, is it? Because it always just gets rid of a cues. And since I haven't got any clues or anything at all. A good cop, surely good cop.
You know him?
Hey.
No. He's been in a couple of times.
Did they leave together?
Yes. At around 11. If it helps, I made the guy's license plate.
Oh, that's handy. You made it.
I think this could be a great help, sir. Thank you.
I mean, he wrote it down. Is that what American for write down? Make something. Ring stolen from
Mrs.
victim.
Henry appeared to be missing a ring, torn from her finger, but not her wedding finger.
Oh,
Celine always wore a red garnet ring on the large side. Larger than life, like Celine herself.
Did she have it a long time?
Sure. Since way back in her flying days.
Did her husband buy it for her?
No, it was before Jacob.
It's very shifty looking. They don't have to bad cop him now because he's. Come on, come clean.
I think you know where the ring came from, and I think you're going to tell me.
Okay, I bought it years ago. I carried a torch for Celine in those days. Guess I always have. Her old man never knew about it.
Hey, knowledge of husband. Where is he?
You know the husband?
Sure, I know Jacob. He was in the Corps. He met Celine on a furlough and married her when the war was finished. He put up with a load of shit.
Do you think he killed his wife?
No. No, not in my opinion.
Well, he looks straight. I don't see any point. No point getting rowdy with him.
Was he ever violent with her?
Celine came in here last night looking like she'd taken a slap. They don't live together anymore, so it might not have been him.
Thanks, Mr. McCall. You've been a big help. One more thing. Would you have an address for Celine?
142 North Union Avenue. God knows I had to send her home in enough cabs to remember that.
Investigate Celine Henry's residence. Okay, well, 2 out of 3 ain't bad, I suppose. Although it's only, what, 66%.
Say, honey, what time did you get off waiting table?
You weren't talking to me, pal.
Let's get out of here.
Hey, what's the hurry? My stool was just starting to warm up nicely.
Right, where are we going?
7825, code 6.
Henry residence. Celine Henry's residence. Let's go. Am I supposed to phone somebody?
You find the booze helps you get through a working day?
Sharpens my investigatory instincts, Phelps.
A smart lawyer might use that to throw out anything you collect today.
Smart man might know it's unwise to stand between the patient and his medicine.
As long as you're not falling over, Rusty, I'll let it slide.
Yeah. I would have got a license plate to check. Oh yeah.
Phelps, 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need a registered owner on a license plate, 2boy8899.
Yes, Detective. I'll need to contact the DMV. Shall I relay the details via KGPL?
Please. Thanks for your help.
Okay, sorted. Shut up, police business.
5 George is en route to 496 Broadway. You have another assignment here, Central? Any Central unit, car 16 Adam reports a possible jumper at 8th and Hope. The Methodist Church unit to handle code 2 identify.
No, I'm busy. I'm doing something else. I can't break my concentration. Find the place first. Mow through, mow through. Put the siren on, but we're going to turn left here, I think. No, apparently not. Shouldn't have. Oh yeah. How many cars about all of a sudden? Ooh. Right, okay, can't go up there. Oh, while I'm here. You can get my favourite suit back. There it is. The boycott. Oh. It's a bit weird that you sort of walk between cutscenes and stuff. Just put me at the front door.
I'll try the back door. Wait here a second.
Oh, let me guess, somebody's come steaming out. I have to leg it after him and...
Side window's been jimmied. Looks like somebody's creeped the joint.
Ah, bugger. Family burnt to death. Cops say house fire deaths are suspicious. Crazy stuff. Probably edit that out, but crazy stuff all the same. Wander around, just what? You're in there. Picking up random stuff that's not of any use.
A regular Amelia Earhart in her day. The ring looks distinctive.
Amelia Earhart. That's the garnet ring, isn't it? Yeah, Amelia Earhart, she was eventually lost at sea, wasn't she? Eaten by coconut crabs. Eaten alive, well, I don't know if she was alive, but at some point she was alive. Eaten alive by coconut crabs when she crashed on some Polynesian island or something.
Not everything here is going to be relevant.
Tiffany? The rest of the stuff is junk. Might explain the missing ring.
So that's it for there. Why is block me in?
This doesn't pertain to the case.
What is it? Oh, it's like a ye olde hairdryer, isn't it? I think. Or a turbo. The grotty place, isn't it? Right, so investigate. Oh. Investigate it down there. Picture. Why is he following me around as well? Creepy. Play a tune. Oh, there we go. Ah, that's the goggles.
Seems irrelevant.
Burglar used a pry bar. Why did you kick the door in?
You think I'm gonna climb through a broken window in a $30 suit? You got another thing coming, Buster.
Fair enough. It's the same thing, they all drink in it, so it's probably not going to be any use. If you sober up, you can find me at
Celine
apartment
and Jacob
2.
are obviously having problems. It speaks to motive.
Certainly does.
Crime scene evidence still weighs against it being the husband, but Jacob could give us something to go on. One of my exes drank like this, you'd be feeling the back of my hand.
Call in burglary and get technical services out here. I'll talk to the neighbors.
Don't take all day about it, Phelps. I'll get nasty when I'm thirsty.
Right, alright, the music's ended, so I'll talk to a neighbour.
Galloway, homicide, badge number 564. Requesting technical services for a suspect at 459 at 142 North Union.
Well, there's a neighbour. Is that a coincidence, or is that more police people?
I knew it wasn't safe around here anymore.
LAPD. Are you acquainted with Celine Henry, Miss?
Horgan! Jennifer Horgan. I've known Celine for more than 10 years. Our children grew up together. What's going on, officer?
Did you see Mrs. Henry go out last night?
Well, I'm no busybody, you understand, but
yes,
Celine
here's
had been
everything.
drinking. And she and poor, long-suffering Jacob had a terrible row. I think Jacob may have given her a black eye. He stormed out and she went back inside.
Did he come back?
No. Celine was listening to music and shouting until she left around 10 p.m. She was very drunk to have been driving. But she is not the sort of person you can stop from doing something when her dander is up. What is this about, officer? Is Celine all right?
I'm afraid Mrs. Henry has been murdered, ma'am.
Murdered? Oh my God.
Truly shocking.
I'm afraid I need to go and sit down.
Your gossip and busybodying was well, a woman killed. Maybe. Ooh. Henry's apartment. Let's go. Hopefully it won't be too far away. I like the driving, but you know, it takes up video
Jacob
space.
Henry had a violent argument with his wife last night. He's looking
Ready
more
to-
and more likely.
For my money, God, you're gonna kill us!
Oh, shut up. What, for your
my
money?
money, if the broad keeps the house looking like that, she probably deserved it.
Pretty
Skipper says bring him in. We'll keep the hacks off our backs for a while.
Fine by me.
So it ain't the werewolf killer after all. Good to see you've come to your senses, Cole.
I always said work the evidence. I only stipulated a connection to the BD killer as an avenue of investigation we should leave open. And as far as I'm concerned, it still is.
Hang on. Going the wrong way here. Yeah, considering, well, for somebody who drinks so much, he's very judgmental of people drinking, isn't he? So, what's up there? Can we go up here? Yeah, nice. Look at that bin truck now. This is a bloody up.
Okay, Phelps, we go in hard. You follow my lead.
What? Do a little... one of them. Oh, we've got our pieces out.
You Jacob Henry?
Yeah. Who's asking?
LAPD. You're under arrest for the murder of your wife, Celine Henry.
Murder? Celine?
Save the dramatics
Oh, my
for
God.
RKO, pal. You got bigger problems.
What the hell are you talking about? You come in here, you tell me that Celine is...
Take a seat, Mr. Henry.
she's-
We're gonna have a look around, then we'll talk.
Jesus, I'm sorry.
Brutal. Yeah, if it wasn't him, that's a brutal way to blinking break that. Yeah, just sit down. Destroy a guy's life and just sit
I
down.
get even the slightest hint that you're a flight risk, pal.
Treat him as if super guilty already. Oh well.
Probably nothing.
You think the atmosphere's thick in here?
Alcoholic, isn't it? The alcoholism illness. Sellotape, is that not a clue?
He'll be back any moment. Just sit tight.
Ugh. What? Didn't say that, did it? I probably watched the video and it'll tell me exactly what to do. I was waggling the stick and it didn't say press X. Weird. Thanks for the offer. I need you to bump my wife off.
The oldest problem there is, what to do about the old lady.
Right, got there in the end.
It doesn't appear to be connected.
No, I was going to say it wasn't a baseball bat, was it? It was a some sort of thing that left a fountain of blood. Nothing down here. Just how's it going? Size 11s.
Size 11s.
Can we put him at the scene? I don't think that puts him at the scene, does it? Alright, clues. Clues music, whatever, that's all sorted. Just going to talk to him.
So who could have killed Celine? Where did she go last night, Jacob?
A bar, I suppose. Look, I don't know.
Fuck off.
I get the impression that Celine liked to live the glamorous life. How did she end up with a hump like you, Jacob?
Celine was one of the first woman pilots. She hung out with movie stars and royalty. But when she came back here broke and struggling, she married a mechanic. Put a roof over her head, food on the table. Not glamorous, but the best I could do. I'm not ashamed about that.
When did you last see your wife, Mr. Henry?
Last night. I went to see her. We talked. Things got a little out of hand. I left.
Well, I know that's true, isn't it? Because, well, my evidence would back that up. So we've got...
You don't remember what time you last saw your wife alive?
Look, I'm sorry. I left. Maybe 9 p.m. Might have been a little later, but right around 9.
Motive for murder. Do I have a motive?
Why did you kill her, Jacob? Things will go better if you come clean about it.
That's a lousy thing to say. I never gave up on my wife.
No, bad cop. No, she's a boozer. I'll probably get this wrong, but I'm gonna bad copy. I don't know. Should I accuse him with a note?
You went to her house, you fought, you beat her, she left, and then you followed her.
I left first. She tried to batter me with a frying pan. I had to slap her down.
Understandable.
Levy for Jacob Henry.
So you can prove that you came back here after you left your wife's place.
I came back here. I was here all night. Start work at 6:30. I'm not the going out type.
They've all got them all
Did
wrong.
neighbors see you? Did you talk to anyone? You need an alibi, Jacob.
I don't have one. I was here. I listened to Amos and Andy on the radio, and then I went to bed.
We're still going to need you to come downtown, Mr. Henry.
We can get this all down on paper, Jacob. How you got fed up with your wife and how you figured killing her would bury all your troubles.
Kill my own wife?
She was a lush and a tramp, and you just couldn't stand it anymore.
Shut your goddamn mouth.
So now you're gonna tell me you loved her? Ah, the DA goes all gooey over remorse, Jacob.
Oh, right, we're off. What?
What's this bunker?
I can't remember the buttons. What?
Call it in and get a squad car dispatched. And check for messages. I'll keep old Slugger here company.
Right, well, that was a bit weird. Yeah, it's a bit of a... So where's the phone in here somewhere? Oh, there is.
Operator, message for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need a patrol unit to transport a suspect back to Central.
Certainly, Detective. You have a message from the coroner. Do you wish to be put through?
Yes, ma'am.
Carruthers,
It's Phelps.
I've completed the autopsy. Several wounds to the head from a blunt metal instrument. Closest match would be a socket wrench handle.
So the cause of death was the blunt...
No, the blows to the head surprisingly were not fatal. Death was from hemorrhage and shock from the fractured ribs and multiple injuries caused by the stomping.
Anything else?
He's some kind of sex fiend. The tissues of the anus were bruised about 1/8 of an inch, but no trace of semen in the anus, vagina, or stomach.
Thanks, Doc.
Yeah, thanks, Doc.
Operator, give me R&I. Any word on an owner for that vehicle? License was 2boy8899.
Yes, Detective. The plate belongs to a brown 1936 Pontiac. Registered owner is one Alonzo Mendez of 402 South Fremont Street, apartment 16.
Thanks. Any other messages?
One, Detective. From Captain Donnelly. He wants any and all suspects returned to Central. Interviews to be set up immediately.
Got it. We're coming in.
Right, anyway. Yeah, just had a cup of tea and some churros and a quick look at the book. Some sky quotes and research. It's not massive. Well, it is. I don't know. Find out
We
in a
have a
minute.
firm lead, Captain.
Are you questioning my judgment, Cole Phelps?
No, sir.
Good. I thought not. Jacob Henry is a sub-sister pushed around by his wife. I think with the right kind of persuasion, he might be prepared to seek absolution. Are you prepared to show him the error of his ways, young Phelps?
I don't think he's our man. Galloway agrees with me.
Don't drag me into this.
Rusty is a practical policeman. A bird in hand is always worth two in the bush. Let's liberate a confession from poor Jacob, and the public will sleep easier tonight. Run along now, Phelps. I've warmed them up nicely for you.
Dark side of policing. Okay, here we go.
Doesn't look good, Jacob. You're in a big jam here. You lie to me, and I can't help you out. Do you understand me?
Yes.
Okie coke. Access to the murder weapon.
What do you do for work, Jacob?
I'm a mechanic. Engines, differentials, transmissions, that kind of stuff.
So you have access to tools?
Yes, I do.
Your wife was brutally beaten with a socket wrench handle, then stomped to death. How do you think that looks, Jacob?
I was home in bed.
I'll try and get this right. Well, fuck it, I'll just use it as intuition. Remove an answer. Oh, we don't choose to. Oh, right. I'm going to accuse. I'm going to.
You're full of shit, Jacob. The truth is, you hated that bitch. You followed her and dragged her into the car and then took her out to the moors. She woke up and you smashed her face in with a socket wrench.
No.
And then you stomped her. You stomped her because she's a drunken whore and she treated you like shit. You stomped her for all the years you had to take it. You stomped her because you are such a weak fucking sister, Jacob, and you wanted to erase all memory of it. Go on. Try to deny it.
I was at home. I should have gone to her at the bar, but I didn't. You can't prove I wasn't home.
No, I can't. Well, what? So I've buggered it up.
Sorry. Sometimes you have to shake the tree to see what falls out.
Well, bad copy then. Okay.
You were at home in bed while your wife was putting out to some stranger? What kind of man are you, Jacob, that you allow that?
You son of a bitch. You got no right talking about my wife like that.
So I couldn't get that right. The right answer was accused if you have the evidence, but if you haven't got the evidence, you can't get it right. Is that what it's saying?
You did it. Everything points to you. What does text mean, Jacob?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh. He looks me right in the eye. So that's truth, so.
I need a reason to believe you, Jacob.
You want a confession? That's what you want?
That's exactly what we want.
Seems to me there are two types of marriages. First, where the couple love each other equally and everything's roses. And then there's the other, where one person loves the other more than life itself and always puts them first. Chumps like me, who love them no matter what, no matter how badly they behave. That's it. That's my confession. I love my wife. And I'll take any test you got to prove it.
Deterioration of marriage. Okay. Marital problems. Okay, go.
Your marriage was over. You took her in and she threw it back in your face. You didn't go over there to hurt her. It just got out of hand.
That's not how it was.
No, I'm
You're
going to
lying,
accuse
Jacob.
you.
It was falling apart and things got violent.
I'm not lying. I'm telling you how it was.
I'm going to throw this one at you now.
Jenny Horgan says
Hey, I got
black in
one
your
right.
eye.
It's all right, Jacob.
If I shoot
DA
you.
will understand. In your shoes, I would have done exactly the same thing.
I hit her. All right? I'm not proud of it, but she was coming at me with a frying pan. What would you do?
Well, he wouldn't.
I took it for years, but sometimes a man can only take so much.
That other guy wouldn't need the frying pan, would he? He'd just do it. So I'm using the book, and I got that one right, but I didn't get the first one right using the book, so it's not that much help. Missing jewellery.
Why did you break into your wife's house, Jacob? Why steal the ring?
What? What are you talking about? I've got a key. Why would I need to break in?
Good question, good point. So, good cop.
You took the ring because you found out who gave it to her.
What are you talking about?
Her prized garnet ring, given to her by her old boyfriend, Dick McCall.
I never knew that.
Who?
I lived with that woman for 3 years, and I never knew that.
We knew that. We never knew her.
In that case, I think you should be talking to Dick McCall.
We'll do the detective work, lunkhead. Just answer the questions.
I'll see what I can do for you, Jacob. But I'm not promising. It still looks bad for you.
Phelps, you failed me, son.
Oh.
We have another lead, Captain. This guy Mendez could be our man.
I hope so, Phelps. I really hope so. I'm deeply disturbed by your style of police work.
Uh-oh. What? Trying to be honest. I'm quite disturbed myself, actually. I might resign.
We can still pull down a conviction for the skipper if we chase down this Mendez guy.
I know, yeah. Wasn't that my idea in the first place? Or Phelps's idea? Let's go again. Mendez's apartment. Mendez's apartment. Look.
Mendez, apartment 16.
I mean, he's on the top floor, yeah. I'm not even going to look, I'm just going to assume it's on the top floor. Is there a lift? Of course, it's on the 4th floor.
Here, the apartment's up on the top floor.
Take a look around and see what you can find.
And what are you going to do? Sit down and drink a finger of rye.
This isn't what we're looking for.
Eggs. Going out the window. Was that coffee? I'm not even going to probably turn out to be crucial, but oh, peace.
I doubt it.
What do you mean? Okay. I suppose they are legal and stuff. Crikey.
Consistent with Celine's injuries, and the blood can be typed.
Crikey.
Brothers could match the color and brand of the body.
Classic carmine. Okay, well, surely
We have the murder weapon. We better get Pinker down here.
Why keep it? Why not throw it away?
Think these clowns are geniuses? Thank your stars you caught a break. Captain Donald will begin to like you.
Hey, what gives? LAPD, you're under arrest.
Go.
Do not lose that son of a bitch. I'll go get our wheels.
How's it going out here?
Mendez, stop right there.
Blimey. Don't shoot him. Where's he gone? Oh.
You don't need to do this, Alonzo.
Ow! That looks really painful. Luckily it's not bolted to the wall, isn't it?
Get in and drive.
Why? What? Tit. Ah. Thought you'd lost me, didn't you, twat?
Hit it! Clean this asshole off the road.
Oh right, they're shooting.
Hit him, Cole! Spin him out! Keep it steady and I'll try to bust his tires!
Hey!
You're under arrest for the murder of Celine Henry.
Where's he gone?
Put your hands where I can see them.
You did a grand job, lads. Phelps, that's quite a way to acquit yourself in your first outing as a homicide investigator. It seems the city has a new and vengeful guardian. Considering the evidence against your suspect and the thoroughness with which a report was compiled, I foresee a safe passage through the courts, and the DA agrees with me. Brutality on a scale such as this deserves retribution. The people and the press of this city demand it.
Well, fine, you two get pissed. I don't. I'll just do all the police work. No wonder I have to drive in it, really. Alright, nice one. 6 of 11. Poor. 17 of 19 clues. Not bad. Jacob Henry's left to mourn while Mendez waits in lockup for a visit from the DA. So, case closed. 3 stars. Is that not very good? Okay, well I can always come back and do it again.